Hello, it's Dale here from Move Therapies in Osoyoos, British Columbia, Canada. And today I am going to discuss the concept or the idea of neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity, our clinic, Move Therapies, is a neuroplastic movement clinic. Or if you want to combine those two, a neuro movement clinic, which is a phrase that our teacher has coined, neuro movement. And basically what that means is, let's start with neuroplasticity first. So neuroplasticity literally means that the brain can change, or the brain is plastic, and the brain can change as we age, and really that literally means in your brain there's neurons, and there's little fingers that can kind of grow out from one neuron to another neuron and connect as well as retract. And this is essentially how we learn new things. So we have neurons, millions and millions of neurons, billions, connecting from one neuron to another. And then as those patterns form, then we learn new things. Now, in the 50s, we thought that the brain didn't change. Like, we thought that once we got to a certain age, that things didn't change after that age, or that the brain didn't change that much after a certain age. And today we know that the brain can change at any age. Like, there's no reason at any point in your life, like if you're probably watching this on a device that didn't even exist 10 years ago, let alone 20 years ago. So you've had to learn this new device, or you've had to watch maybe Facebook or something. So you've learned new things. There's no reason why you can't learn a new instrument or a new language at any point in your life. And so this idea that the brain was sort of set in stone is sort of gone by the wayside, and will continue to. So our clinic, Move Therapies, combines movement with the idea that the brain can change, in hopes of learning new ways of moving that are easier, and hopefully to build new connections in your brain. So it's almost like we're doing brain exercises at Move Therapies, which is cool, because as you age, that's an important thing. You want to continue exercising this thing up here as well as your body. And today I'm going to show you a little bit of what you can do yourself, if you want to follow along with me here on this video, on just some of what we do here at Move Therapies. And all you need for this demonstration is just something simple, a mirror. So all I'm going to do is arrange it, and this mirror that I have is kind of like a nice Velcro thing here. It stands up for me. You can just use any mirror that you have kicking around, like if I wanted to use the round mirror there, or preferably a square mirror, because the idea is I'm going to, in this demonstration, I'm going to look into this mirror here. So I can't see this hand, but I can see this hand. And it makes it, and if I can arrange things just right, it looks like this hand is this hand in the mirror. So I'm looking at the mirror, sees this hand, doesn't see this hand. So when I move this hand, if I really focus and I have things set up here just right, it makes it feel like I'm moving this hand. So in this demonstration, this hand is just going to stay soft, not do anything. This hand is going to do all the work. And all you have to do is sit yourself in a comfortable chair, put your hands on the table, put the mirror so that when you look at the mirror, you're looking at this hand, and just follow along with the instructions I give you. And all the instructions that I give you, do it from a place of comfort. So basically, if I ask you to lift your finger, we're going to do some finger lifting exercises here. Just do it nice and soft. It doesn't have to go very big, even on the camera there. So there's a big movement. It could literally just be a nice, easy, soft movement. Maybe you don't even see me moving. And so all we're going to do is first notice how your hands feel. So just observe, how does this hand feel? How does this hand feel before you start? So it's just a point of reference so that when we're at the end of this, we can refer back to this moment and then see if anything has changed. So I'm going to focus intently on this mirror here as I lift my fingers here. So all we're going to start off is just lifting the thumb, just nice, easy, soft. So I'm going to start off with my thumb, and just move it up just a little bit and put it back down on the table. Again, we're just going to do this a couple times. Just lift your thumb nice and easily and softly. And notice if you feel what's happening when you're lifting your thumb. Is it just the thumb that's moving, or are there other parts of your arm that are involved in lifting your thumb? And then lift your thumb again, nice and easy. And just one more time, easy. Perfect. And we're going to do the same for each of the fingers. So I'm going to go to my pointer finger. So I'm just going to, again, I'm looking at the mirror, pretending like it's my left arm or this arm here that's moving. Even though it's not moving, so my left arm isn't moving, my right arm is doing all the movements. So I'm lifting my pointer finger again, just nice and slow and soft. And my finger is actually quivering a little bit, so I'm going to try and reduce how much I'm lifting it and think of softening my breath, soften my shoulders a little bit, maybe adjust myself on my chair. See if I can lift my finger where it's just gently just lifting softly and easily, and then back down again. And then back up and up one more time, and back down again. And then we're going to go on to the middle finger. So again, just nice and soft, easy, slow, gentle movement of just lifting that middle finger. And if other fingers come along for the ride, perfect. And look at the mirror. Pretend like it's your other hand that's actually doing the movement as well. Think about what else is involved in lifting your finger. It is such a small movement, and you wouldn't think that such a small thing can have a big impact, but we'll see at the end. One more time on that middle finger, just easy, nice and soft. And then I'm going to go to my fourth finger, my ring finger. And I noticed that when I started lifting this finger, I sort of held my breath there for a second. So just keep breathing easy, soft. And if your pinky finger or something else comes along for the ride, just let it. This isn't about doing big movements or doing 100% accurate movements. It's about the quality of the movement. Can you do it with less force? I'm just going to lift my finger again. And I notice that my pinky finger sort of moves along with it. And look at the mirror. And then the last finger, the little pinky finger. And look at the mirror and notice that your finger is moving. And again, just nice, easy, slow, soft movements. Just lift it one more time. And then just one last time, I'm going to lift that pinky finger. So, I've lifted all the fingers, I lifted the thumb and all the fingers here, and pretending like I was lifting these fingers. I was looking at the mirror, pretending like I was lifting those fingers. And they've done this kind of experiment on people that have actually lost their arm, and they'll put them inside a box, just like I'm doing here, because sometimes they'll have phantom limb pain. And this is kind of, and the limb pain, even though they're saying phantom limb pain, it's actually phantom nerve ending pain. And what they're hoping to do when they're doing this kind of movement is make changes in the brain. They're not actually trying to make changes in the missing arm or in the hand. They're actually trying to reconnect connections that are lost or that are going to somewhere that don't exist anymore. And usually when people go through this and they've lost it and they have phantom limb pain, the pain reduces. Now, I haven't lost my hand, so we're going to pull this out, and I'm just going to feel if there have been any changes in this hand, even though I didn't do any movements with it. And it does feel actually softer. This hand actually feels softer, even though I didn't do any movements with it, but just pretending to do movements with it seems to have changed something. You know, if I think of just lifting this finger a little bit and then try lifting this finger and just notice, this finger feels like it's actually like easier to lift. This one feels a little bit more tense, even though I was doing really soft and subtle movements over here. I think, you know, we're tricking our brain to think that this one is the one that was doing the movements, even though it wasn't. So this is one example of brain plasticity. If you had like carpal tunnel syndrome, or if you have trigger finger, or if you've had a stroke, this is a perfect exercise that you could do for those situations. Make the good hand, so the non-stroke affected side hand or the non-carpal tunnel side hand, do the movements, and then the hand that's injured or whatever, that's the one that goes inside the mirror or behind the mirror. And just see if doing these slow, subtle, soft, gentle movements has an impact on this hand. And you might not notice it right away, but if I check in another hour or so, just for 30 seconds or 10 seconds, and just notice, how does this arm feel? How does this whole side of my body feel? You know, we didn't do any stretching on this hand or whatever, but yet it feels lighter and softer. You know, if I let my hands down and just lift one arm nice and gently, and then I go over to the other side and just notice, is there any differences that have happened by doing this simple, you know, neuroplastic movement exercise? So this is the kind of work that we do at Move Therapies. It's very gentle. So I'm using some of the essentials or some of the strategies or skills that we help develop in our clients. So the big ones in this one were movement with attention. I reduced the force, did it slowly, you know, and I gave myself some space so I didn't have to do it 100% correct. You know, if the fingers lifted not exactly right, it didn't matter. The focus on what I was doing or the quality in which I was doing it was what the important thing is. So give this a try. If you're interested in doing other things with us, so we take the same kind of concept and we apply it to other parts of the body, you know, just getting things to move a little bit easier and softer. Primarily, we're interested in making changes in the brain. So that's a huge concept to try and explain, and I'm hoping this demonstration helps explain that. So if you found that this was helpful, let me know, and I'm going to start doing some more videos where we talk about this work with a demonstration. Anyways, you have yourself a great day. It's Dale here from Move Therapies in Osoyoos, British Columbia, Canada. Bye.